I'm getting reports from several different sources that the state intends to take over HISD. And they intend to do it next week. The reason why I'm late is that I've been talking to several different individuals this morning, some of them legislators, and what they are saying to me, and I visited with the Commissioner of Education over the weekend, asking, and he didn't say yes, but again, I'm talking to legislators this morning, and what they are saying to me is that the state intends to take over Houston Independent School District, replacing the entire board, replacing the superintendent, and taking over the entire school district. I find that totally alarming. Totally alarming. HISD has 273 schools, nearly 190,000 students. How do you come in and take over the largest school district in the state of Texas? How do you do that and do it successfully? So what I've been doing this morning is checking to see whether or not there's any successful model in the country, and there is none. There's not a successful model of this kind in the country. And when the state comes in and takes it over, by what standard of measurement will they use? Now, they can go back into 2019 when Phyllis Wheatley was underperforming for 7 consecutive years. But in the last 3 years and in the last report, for example, 40 of the 50 D and F schools, 40 of the 50, are no longer in that status. There's been significant improvement. HISD is now rated 88, a B+ school district. Phyllis Wheatley has come out of that and got a C. So under this superintendent and board, they have made significant academic progress in HISD. And what I said to the commission over the weekend when I talked to him, because I was keep hearing these rumors, is what I said to him: how does the state come in and take over an entire school district of 274,000 students by a board of managers that no one knows, not elected? Who are they accountable to? By a superintendent, you're going to move this one out and bring in somebody else, selected by whom? Chosen by whom? And what about the parents? Who's taking into account what they want and the students and the impact on these 190,000 kids? It's not good for the students. It's not good for the parents. It's not good for the teachers, the faculty, and neither is it good for the city of Houston. And it creates a great deal of uncertainty and will generate a lot of worry by a lot of parents saying, who now will be responsible and accountable? Will it be the state of Texas? We cannot be silent on this one. The state is overreaching on this one. And I don't want to hear this argument that it's mandatory by the law that was passed, and Mayor, you was there and you voted for it. Well, let's back up, because I was there. And that amendment was attached to a bill with no discussion, and the only person who knew that was on it are the people who put it on there and those who knew that this person was putting it on. So don't bring that up. And what I said to the commissioner, the legislature is in session right now. If you're saying your hand is forced, and if you don't think it's in the best interest of the students, the legislature is in session right now. Change it right now. So don't give me this argument about our hands are tied. No. This is an outright takeover. And if you value anything about local control, local districts, parents having a say, then it may not be your district this time. But then it's creating a bad model. And then lastly, what I'm going to say on this issue, when I was in the legislature, and they took over North Forest Independent School District and placed it, the state placed it on HISD. I told them then, that's a bad model. You're taking North Forest and you're pushing it under HISD, and unless you're giving HISD all the necessary resources and the support, it's a bad model, and you'll put more pressure on HISD. And now look at what's happening now. The state closed North Forest. They put all the parents and students under HISD, and now the state is seeking to take over HISD. Are you kidding me? And is this where we are? And the only other example I can think of where this is taking place is in Florida. That's the only other example where something like this is taking place, is in Florida. And so they would say, well, no decision has been made. No, not going to allow you to operate on your timeline with your narrative. And if you're not planning to do it, then say to the public right now that that's not what's going to happen. Say right now it's not going to happen. But otherwise, parents, students, teachers, faculty, and people in the general public need to be concerned, because it is a total obliteration of local control, and saying that the state is going to come in and run the largest school district in the state. And when you take it, you now own it. And then if you take it and start breaking it up into charter schools and utilizing vouchers and all of this, you are destroying the public school education school system. I saw my local school district, my school, growing up in Acres Home, I saw them close Garden City Elementary and Junior High. I saw them close it, sold it to the cemetery. Because when you go to Paradise North, that's where my elementary and junior high school, and bused us 18 miles one way, 36 miles a day. That's what people did to us. And now we have the state coming in and taking over the largest school district in the state and bringing in their managers. And then this is the killing part of it. Who are you talking to? If you're going to bring in a set of managers, who are you? Councilmember, have they talked to you? Who are you talking to? What parents have you talked to? What buy-in have you received? What teachers have you talked to? What principals have you talked to? When you think things have gotten worse, then things get even worse. But when you start dealing with the kids, if there's any time when people need to stand up and their voices need to be heard, you start dealing with the kids. Because if you take the schools, you impact the community that these kids are coming from. And quite frankly, who are these children? And who are these parents? We're in the most diverse city in the country.